Okay, guys, I'm going to piggyback off of my parental alienation videos, parts 1 and 2, and I want to talk about the mistakes I know I've made in dealing with my narcissistic family, now looking back. So here's me trying to take responsibility for as much as I possibly can, just to let you guys know I'm not a fucking victim anymore. I was when I was a kid. As an adult, I wish I would have confronted my parents as issues came up. I didn't have a relationship with my dad in adulthood, and the last time I really had contact with him was his deathbed, and it was like 24 years prior to that I actually saw him. So there wasn't a whole lot to say there. With my mom, I allowed myself to be her punching bag, and I would advise you guys not to do that. I didn't realize what I was doing, growing up from 15 to 25, because once I turned 25, I moved out of the state, but I still was kind of doing things through the phone. And I still allowed her to make me feel guilty for moving out of the state and things like that. But mentally, I don't know. I only did that to keep the peace. I'm going to tell you straight up, it's not in my personality to keep the peace. And it was only with my mother. Everybody else in the world, if I have to duke it out, I will. But for whatever reason, I felt that obligation to my mom. And over the years, after I became a mother and stepmother myself, I look back and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Oh, wait, you were trying to keep your family together. You saw value in having a mom and a sister and a brother-in-law and niece and nephew. You saw the value in that, but turns out there wasn't, because in the end, my sister has chosen my crazy lunatic mom over me and my children and my husband. And I'm not ashamed to call my mom that. I've confronted her for the last time. We are on no contact, and I don't regret it. I did a trial no contact, and I have never felt better. But it took me the whole time, it was like a good 7 months of not talking to her, that I had to go through this, talk about it a lot, think about it a lot. And then I finally got my closure when I lost my shit on her. And I said, I am not your buddy. You are my mother. And she just looked at me almost confused. And I'm like, you know what? This is my fault. I let her treat me like I was her friend. This is my fault as an adult. So I will be the first person to say, wow, I fucked up this relationship good. I'm not saying that things would have been better. I can't prove that, but I could have tried a little harder to set standards.